like Bo Burnham at the end of.
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah. One of my favorite things.
This is a 2-minute and 19-second track that I refuse to play the entirety of.
Wow, it was brilliant.
It's good, but it's
Here we are.
Long.
These listeners, you know what I mean? If you're watching this on the video podcast, you're seeing us do all sorts of fun instrument hands.
It was really neat, guys. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Valley Cast. This is a podcast from the Valley folk, typically with Steve Zaragoza, Lee Newton, Joe Beretta, and Elliott Morgan. Joe could not make it in. He has a family emergency that he had to take care of.
Everything's so far so okay, so no one worry.
Yeah, and
we'll have Joe do a little housekeeping when he comes back.
Yeah, he'll let us
Make
know.
Him clean up
which
the
will
bitch,
be good.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Clean that bitch.
He's juggling many balls. He's juggling many hats. And we have a special guest here with us.
That's right.
Today.
We have Kib Johnson from the Sugar Boys.
From Shane Dawson's newest documentary.
Thank you for having me. I'm actually going to be doing a sociopath diagnosis on you guys later.
Awesome. Really?
Oh, what a fun skill.
Exciting.
I have not
exciting.
seen the second part yet. And
There's like 4 now.
so I got to get caught up. I'm fascinated
I've only
by
seen
it.
the first one. I'm done.
I heard the second one
Not
gets a
missing
little, it drops off a little bit because the sociopath, from what I understand, she didn't seem like she knew what she was necessarily talking about from people who.
And here's the thing, being an avid fan of this series,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't get good until the most recent episode where
Really?
they talk to someone who was the manager of Team 10 who
Great.
like really knew all the juice.
Great. Cool.
And it gets good there.
I am willing to push through. You're not interested?
You're not into
in
that?
I mean, I liked the idea. I was more into the idea of watching it with you guys than watching it alone because I cannot be bothered to watch any YouTube videos while I'm alone.
Yeah, I don't watch any.
Really?
This would be the only YouTube videos that I watch.
You don't even watch like Brave Wilderness to see a man get bit by 1,000 mosquitoes?
Oh, is that the thing that Joe's son is obsessed with?
Maybe, I don't know.
The one where the guy gets bit by like the
Anything
world's
and everything.
most poisonous spider or
He
something?
does more than that, but
This is my
he
impression
does.
of that guy's channel. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Are you okay?
Ah!
You okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Ah!
Yep.
Ah!
Let me know if you're not okay. I'll bring you anything.
Yeah.
You want to go to the strip club later? You want to go to the strip club later? That'll make you feel good?
Ah, okay, and then here's another video. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ah! Ah!
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
You want to go to the strip club later?
That's my that's my impression. Ah!
For our video viewers,
I heard he
you
was
got
gonna
to see a very, very good performance from Steve Zaragoza, actor.
He was touching himself. That's how he made those sounds.
I heard he was going to be performing that live at the Streamies.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh my
That's
god,
a good one.
Ah!
that's an amazing idea. I would love for him to do that.
I am here at the Streamies, and I'm about to be bitten
By
by
the
the
Gila
world's
monster.
largest dinosaur.
And then it just fucking comes out and starts attacking everyone. This is not how this was supposed to go. You can cut
Yeah.
the cameras. You can cut the cameras.
Yeah, like he just meant to die.
Oh yeah, that was his way out.
This is like this guy has a real life Groundhog Day situation. He cannot die.
I
And
don't know
that's
who
why
you guys
he's
are
being.
talking about.
You never seen these fucking videos, Elliott?
No. A guy getting bit
scary.
is not. Yeah. It's
Are
not
you
my
out of
jam.
your mind? You're telling me right now that if you were browsing through the internet and you saw a link on, let's say on your timeline on Twitter,
Reddit even.
Reddit even, man,
Or Reddit even.
man gets bit
Man gets bit
by the most poisonous ant on the planet.
Yeah.
And
Ants.
the thumbnail has him going, ah!
You see the ant.
Ah!
In all
And
its
there's
glory.
a close up of the ant's face, yeah. And the fangs.
Yeah, I mean,
Ripping
I
in.
might click on it.
Of course you're gonna
yeah.
click on it.
But what's interesting to me is that I have this has completely missed me.
Let me ask you a question
It's
about
missed
it.
a
Let me
lot.
ask you both a question about this.
Yeah.
How many ads do you think pop up before it gets to the bite part?
Yeah, that's the thing. You're waiting for one
I
moment.
never even thought about it because I skip about 5 to 7 minutes in every
Yeah.
time because I don't need to hear about the intro. I just want to see.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't want to care
I
about
want to see the
ant-
bug.
ant. Yeah.
I don't want to see.
Like,
the bug
I
yet.
really, the top comment on every single one of those videos should be the
Click
time code on
here
where
to
the
start
bite
the video.
happens. Because
Yeah.
you don't
Right.
want to hear anything else that guy has to say.
No. Oh no. But he's sweet.
Here I am about to get bit by a bug.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin.
Oh, does he?
I mean, I'm
intro
Johnny.
like
Johnny
that?
Depp.
Yeah.
So it's not like these are
He like
accidental
sets it up.
encounters.
No,
No.
he sets it up.
He's like a Steve Irwin of this
I don't
generation.
like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
It's
like
actually cool.
It's amazing.
Very fun.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Every time you watch
So
it,
you just
you
like-
get to go on an adventure with him.
Is it always an ant?
No. There's like hornets and spiders.
Alligators,
and,
giant snapping
So
turtles.
he's like perturbing, not to whatever, but
dude,
like,
I'm
if
telling you,
we're
he's
gonna-
living the Groundhog Day life. He knows he cannot die.
Steve Irwin
and
in
that's what he's doing.
Groundhog
Interesting.
Day.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve Irwin
It
is Bill
seems-
Murray in Groundhog.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are saying like I'm sure like the pitch is like, well, we're using. I don't know. It doesn't. It seems weird. Right?
It's just like
it's
one of
not.
those things
It's a weird
where you're
thing.
hanging out with your pals at home. You're connected to Apple TV, not a sponsor, and you're getting comfy. Maybe you're imbibing in your favorite substance, illegal or otherwise.
Stone
and
IPA. If
you
you're
guys
just
are.
joining us.
Oh yeah.
You guys are adding videos to the queue.
Yeah. Who's got the aux
the
cord?
A B C
YouTube aux
D
cord.
E
We're gonna
F G
listen to some
H I
Fergie
J
right now.
K
Yeah.
L M N O P Q.
Right. Right.
You're adding all your videos in.
On the right side, what do you see? And
Gotta
they
get bit.
suggested.
I'll tell you what you see. Man is bit by world's largest bee.
Here's what I'll say. I will.
World's largest bee.
I would 100% click on it if I was with friends. If I was by myself, I doubt.
That's what I'm saying,
I would,
dude.
It wouldn't interest
But
me.
think
But
about-
with people, absolutely. I'd be
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
this will be fun for everybody. Yeah.
Think of the time.
Yeah. No,
Think
I'm
of the
with you.
time
I'm
hanging
you
out
on
with
that.
your pals,
Yeah. With your
and
pals.
all
Yeah.
of a
So
sudden,
fun.
bit by a hummingbird comes up on the playlist.
By myself, not probably going to happen. But with
Hummingbird
friends,
kills
for
12
sure.
children.
Can I tell you what you're gonna be? Can I tell you what you're in store for when that video pops up?
Lay it on me.
Ah!
Are you okay?
Ah!
Are you okay? You want to go to the strip club later?
Ah!
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm okay.
So, welcome to the Valley Cast, Kib.
Thanks, man.
Kib from Sugar
for
Pine
having me,
7 is
guys.
here. And you're here because you and Steve, you broke into our building and you started to videotape us without our
yeah.
permission.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'll be hearing from our lawyers on that one.
A lot of
And,
people actually don't like that. I've heard from, I forget who it was, but they were just upset.
Was it Mike Falzone? Mike
Sounds-
Falzone.
and-
And
probably
no,
upset.
Mike wouldn't be genuinely upset though. He'd be like happy
No,
upset.
no. Yeah, happy
And then you'd
upset.
forget my name. And what the person did was
He didn't really forget your name, by the
I
way.
think that he did.
Kib really thinks Mike
I
forgot his name. I
think that
swear
it
to God.
slipped. I don't think that he's never known my
No,
name.
100%.
No, you
100%.
didn't forget your name.
100% did not
I'm not
forget your name.
offended. I think it's hilarious.
I
But
listen, your joke.
We don't care even if you
the
are
hilar-
offended. He didn't forget
The
your name.
hilarity you see in it is not deserved because it's not a joke. He really, or it is a joke.
Yeah.
It's a
I'll
total
make up your
joke.
mind.
Well, it's a joke.
Yeah, he kind of went
Is it
back
a joke
on
or
it
is it not a joke? You did
Oh, he's
go
playing
back,
his
didn't
instrument. Let him play his instrument, kid.
You? Yep. Wow, you're holding it up with your
You know
cock.
what that reminds me of? What does that remind me of? That reminds me of
Erections.
the way your blood rushes down
When you're
south when you have a
thinking-
nice.
And we'll be right back.
Oh, that reminds me of friggin' Goonies. What you just did with Data has the camera that's attached to
Yeah,
the springy
yeah.
thing and it's
Yeah.
popping
Oh,
out
yeah,
and it's like
yeah.
protruding
Yeah.
and he's like it
I
bounced.
think that's the most it's so racist.
Is it racist? I don't remember
recall it.
enough.
I think
to
it's
know.
racist.
I don't recall it.
I think it's racist.
Is it not about
Is it
What
racist?
did he do?
Goonies is racist, right?
Is Goonies isn't racist.
Let's call someone, right?
I don't think
let's
it's
call someone.
intentionally racist. It might.
You know who
think
we
about
can
the time
call?
it was created, though. Think of when
I'll
it
tell you
was
who we can
created.
call right now. We can call Lon Harris.
It might be like because no, I don't. I really don't. I mean, maybe the fact
I
that
don't
the
recall
Asian kid is
racism.
making like techie stuff.
Lon Harris
Oh.
works for the trailer, the Honest Trailers.
Let's get
Oh,
Lon
yeah.
Harris on the line.
He's got that voice, right? Is that the guy with the
That's
voice?
not him. No.
No, it's not him.
This is my subject anyway. I want to talk about the Goonies.
No.
We
Let's see if we can get him on the line.
If you're just joining us, we all
Welcome to the writer and director of Goonies.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Lon, listen, man. I know it's been a long time since I've called you, and this is really fucked up for me to just call you on a podcast. But you're on the Valley Cast.
Hi, Lon.
Oh, hey, everybody.
Lon, you're here with Steve Zaragoza, Elliott Morgan, and Kib.
Kib from the Sugar Pine 7.
As
Hey,
well as
John.
Alana and
I'm
Kate.
familiar. Hello.
Oh, you're familiar? Hey, John.
This is Lon.
Later, John.
Bye.
Lon, do you have a second?
Sure. For you, Steve, always.
I love you so much, Lon. I miss you so much, and we need to talk about Fantastic Fest movies soon.
We do. I want the download. You saw An Evening with Beverly Loughlin.
Yes,
which
I
I'm very
did,
excited
and
to see.
I absolutely loved it.
He's too
Yeah.
Trust me, it's a
okay.
hit, yeah. Anyway, sorry it's loud for you. I'll turn it down. Okay,
I like
Lon,
it.
question for
Yes.
you, sir.
Shoot.
Is the Goonies racist?
Is the Goonies racist? I mean, I think yes, but in the mild way that so many 80s movies are.
Right.
Like, it's not...
Okay.
Like unintentionally?
it's not pernicious. It's trying to be like fun about it, but it is like there are a lot of stereotype jokes and humor in it for sure.
Specifically with the character Data.
Yeah, but also the Tortellis.
The Fratellis. The
Fratellis, excuse me.
No,
the
Tortellis.
Tortellini
The
family.
Tortellini family.
the calzone.
You know what?
The
The
Linguini.
Pasta Roma brothers.
The Pasta
meatball
Fagioli
family,
brothers.
You know.
The Buca de Beppo family.
Buca de Beppo.
Yeah,
That place
exactly.
fucking sucks, man.
Yeah, I guess you're right. There is, because at one point,
So-
doesn't one of the Fratelli brothers start singing like an Italian song?
Yes.
And like,
Well, they're meant to be
A
Italian.
lot of their material is like stereotypical sort
But
of
it's
Italian
stereotypes.
mook character.
What
Lon-
the fuck are we gonna do?
Lon, would you describe the Goonies as unremarkably racist?
Right. Yes. Exactly. That's
Okay.
how I would say it. I would be like of all the movies of its time, like they were all kind of racist, but this Goonies doesn't stand out to me as particularly racist.
now, Lon, not to put you on the spot once again, but could
Do
you
it.
off the top of your head think of perhaps the most beloved actual racist movie from like the 80s?
Ooh. I mean, I'm always tempted to say, and this is a movie that I love very much as well, so I sort of got to take ownership of it.
Jaws.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Oh,
I
Temple
think.
of Doom.
Wait, is that the one with Shia LaBeouf?
No.
No, that's Crystal Skull.
Yeah,
Temple of Doom is the one
dude.
that's in India, and it's very much like, eat these monkey brains and then charm this snake
Yeah,
in
it's
the
like let's-
Raja.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like come to India where they eat bugs.
Yeah, it's just like every
They're stomping
crude,
around
sort of
barefoot.
primitive stereotype about Indian people, and I know Indian people who really don't appreciate the way that they are treated in that movie.
Wow,
and
it's never come up.
And that's one that Spielberg and Lucas both have kind of copped to it. Like, we would do things very differently now.
We would give the police officers walkie-talkies instead of shotguns.
Right. Like, I think they thought that, well, they're not all the Indian people in the movie are bad. Like, there's good Indian people, so that takes the stink off of it. But now under 2018 standards, it does not feel that way. It still feels like, look at these crazy people with their blood cults and their, bug eating and their monkey brain.
I was going to say Pretty in Pink is kind of racist too. Is it Pretty in Pink or 16 Candles? Which one is it with Long Duck Dong?
Cut him off the
I think that's 16 Candles, but they're both.
Is it 16 Candles? Yeah, we got confirmation.
That's the one where the girl's 16, she turns 30, right?
Yes.
All right, well, Lon, thank you so much for helping us determine if Goonies is racist or not on the Valley Cast.
What do you think, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how racist do we think? Like, I would say it's like a 6.
Wow, a 6.
A 6.
That's hefty.
Interesting.
Okay, I'll give you.
But not a 10.
Was a 4 not racist?
Yeah, I'd be like, if you're a 3, 4 or under, like, if you were made by a white guy, you're automatically like 2. Like,
So would you say,
started
like,
made
Get
fine.
his man.
So you'd say like Jaws is like a 4 on the racist scale?
Yeah, like, maybe a 3. Although there aren't a lot of, like, it's hard because it's almost all white. So, like,
That's
it's
true.
like a 3 or a 4.
I think it's racist to the shark.
Yeah, the shark.
It is. It's
The shark had
sharkish.
nobody
It's
to be on
sharkish.
his side. He didn't know
Are
when to
you
speak for
are
him.
you gonna say that publicly?
Sharks are portrayed as predators, as terrifying predators.
If you look at it that way, I guess in
There
Jaws,
are very few movies
one.
that are not sharkish, really. Like, what's a movie that doesn't depict sharks as being, like, terrifyingly evil?
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Deep blue
Yeah,
sea.
Finding Nemo. Yeah.
Finding Nemo, although shows them as evil at first, but then they become good.
They
Sharks
play with
are
the trope.
friends,
That's
not
trope.
food.
They're trope playing. That's trope
They're
play.
playing on tropes, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
They're troping it up.
All right, well, Lon, well, thank you so
We
much for
support
being
the tropes.
available to talk on the Valleycast about movies, and I'll talk to you soon, baby boy.
My
Love you,
pleasure.
Lon.
All right, sounds good.
All right, bye, Lon.
Good to
Bye,
meet
dude.
you, honey.
Good old Lon Harris.
Lon Harris, guys, is the reason, Steve, if I may speak about Lon for a moment. Well, you called him. People may not know this. If you're curious, I think Lon has some of the best opinions on movies
Absolutely.
of anybody in our
Seems
world.
well-versed.
He's my
Yeah.
go-to unbiased,
Mm-hmm.
like most, like just he's intellectually concise, precise. Just he just grabs a movie and dissects it and just does it in
He
such an
analyzes
expertly
it in a productive way.
yeah, and in really an unbiased way. Like you'd
Cool.
think you there's a lot of curmudgeons in this town, and I am included in that. I think
Absolutely.
I'm a curmudgeon
Yeah.
towards a lot of movies. But Lon like absolutely adores the Fast and Furious movies, and he he's like this very like he's a very
Reliable
unbiased movie
source.
guy. Yeah.
Whatever his opinion is, I respect it
Yeah.
very much. It's not like a I'm like, he's not trying to be a elitist sort of like
No.
everything sucks now.
No.
It's like
I
when he likes
fucking
it,
hate
he
that,
owns
dude.
it.
I
Yeah.
hate that. Steve's one of those people. Not this Steve. Steve Subtic.
Well,
Dude,
I was
I make fun of
portrayed
him.
as such for a very long time
Really?
in the SourceFed days, only because Phil liked to do these movies. We would go see movies together, and then we'd review them together. But he'd like to see the movies that like were definitely gonna trap me into the movie. Like,
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to say anything
yeah,
good
no,
going in.
because it's like we're gonna go see like 21 and Under or whatever that fucking movie was, or like some other Step Up movie or something. And it's like, how am I supposed to? I was supposed to analyze this movie as like a.
It wasn't created to be analyzed.
No, it wasn't created to be analyzed.
Thus, the wrong choice.
But yeah, so thank you to Lon Harris. That's all the time I'll take up on this podcast. You guys can jump in now.
No.
Well,
Well, I mean, as far as my topic, the way this
Oh, I
works is
see.
we bring like a topic.
That's
to
fun.
So if you want,
So
if you
you're
have
saying
something
that
you
was your
want to talk
topic?
about, that was
No.
my topic.
Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of just tried to make it my topic right before you.
No,
So
it's
that
my
was actually-
topic.
no,
Please,
that was-
by all means, that was my
Elliott's
topic.
topic. Now you go.
No, that was my topic.
Can I
And
tell you
now
guys-
Elliott's turn.
He took credit for it.
Can I tell you
So-
guys about a thing real fast? Can I tell you guys about a
Yeah.
sponsor real fast?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal, but I want to tell you about somebody that I love very much. I'm wearing their clothes right now. Kib, have you heard of Stitch Fix?
Your brother?
Yes.
You are
they
familiar.
sponsor us as well.
Okay, let me tell you something about Stitch Fix, Kib.
Tell me.
Why
Something
don't you
I
tell
already
me
know.
something about Stitch
Do
Fix?
you
You
wear
got it.
Stitch Fix?
They send us goodie bags.
Nice.
That's for sure.
That's some goodie boys.
Yeah, they send us nice
Some goodie
things.
bags for
These
goodie
jeans
boys.
that I'm wearing are one of my favorite.
My favorite Stitch Fix thing was, I believe it was a shirt that they sent us, and I love that they have someone style for you. I'm
Yeah.
pretty confident in my own style choices, but it's nice to hear what somebody else has to say, whose job that is.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way.
You
Kib.
know?
I'm also very confident, and I enjoy it on a hobby level fashion.
Yeah.
And Stitch Fix is wonderful because they have that online personal styling service that you just mentioned.
That's right.
And you know what? They also have accessories that fit your body, budget, and lifestyle.
And it's really helpful for Steve because of his body. No,
Yeah.
Steve Zaragoza, not you.
If
Steven
Steve-
Suptic. He's
If
a long
Steve
boy.
Suptic were to go to stitchfix.com
He is a long
/valley,
boy, yeah.
if he were to go to stitchfix.com/valley, which I don't know if that's in his URL history.
He's definitely got
I
it. in
hope
the
he
history.
does.
He's definitely got it.
If he were to go there and they were to tell him, he were to tell him his sizes and what styles he likes and how much he wants to spend on each item, then he would then be paired with his personal stylist who would then handpick items and send them right to his door. And that sounds pretty great to me. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
if this is you guys at home who want to do this, you try them on, you pay only for what you love, and you return the rest. Shipping, exchanges, and returns are always free. There's no subscriptions required. You can sign up to receive scheduled shipments or get your fix whenever you want, which is what I have. I have the scheduled payments or the scheduled shipments. They come to me every month, and I open up a box. And I just signed up for their accessory underwear package, which I'm really
Oh,
excited.
nice.
Like
I haven't set up
undershirts
that
and stuff like that. Yeah, it's super exciting.
Undershirts, like just like white tees and stuff, or like under.
Oh no, not like nipple clamps or anything, just the
Okay.
t-shirts. Yeah,
I
that
was
go over
hoping
the
for
nipple
nipple
clamps.
clamps,
Yeah,
but still exciting.
Stitch Fix's styling fee is $20, and that gets applied the moment you buy anything. So here's the deal, guys. Starting now at stitchfix.com/valley, you get 25% off when you keep all the items in your box. That's stitchfix.com/valley to get started today. stitchfix.com/valley. Thank you for helping our
Hey,
group
man.
promote Stitch Fix.
Hey, I promote Stitch Fix too, dude. I will promote
All
it
in the
everywhere.
family. We're
Yeah.
Nice work,
all in the
man.
family,
Nice
baby.
work, huh?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Thanks, dude. You're pretty cute.
Just
Nice
wanna-
dogs.
Guys,
Thanks.
listen. What's going on? Let's talk a little bit about
Okay. You know what?
Steve.
Let's get chill and relax a little bit.
Let's
You wanna get chill and
relax.
relax a
Let's
little?
bake into
Let's
this.
turn the lights down.
Get a little mellow. Can we turn the lights down?
Can we turn the lights off?
Kate, can you turn off one of those lights?
Just-
We'll keep one
we're
on.
gonna
Get a little
get-
mood, but just one.
We're trying to get a mood going right now.
There it is.
All
How's
right.
that
Oh,
look on
that's
camera? Does
nice.
that look nice?
Guys,
I'm
let
still
me ask
see
you
it. Great,
something.
great.
I'm sitting
This looks
back
nice.
a little, if that's okay.
How about chill? Take your shoes off.
This is a great
I'll leave
question.
Take my
for,
shoes off.
I'll
for
take
Kib.
yours off.
And you, Steve. I want to talk to you about this specifically. And Kate. You're gonna light the candle?
This one's
Oh,
for
awesome.
Kate, too.
I was just gonna light the candle. That's
This is
very
a
nice.
beautiful.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah.
beautiful
I'd
time.
love that.
Why
Well,
don't you write a book about it?
If I love it so much, why don't I marry it? He
here's
liked
the deal,
it.
guys.
So I put a ring on it.
Do you want? Should we wait till Kate gets back? That'd be kind of fun, right?
Which one's Kate?
Kate's the.
Is she the one that has eyes for testicles?
Eyes for testicles.
Hey, you got eyes for testicles.
eyes for testicles,
That's my favorite charity. Eyes for testicles.
You guys have testicles? Or is that just me? Hey, look at that. Look at over there. She got eyes for testicles.
Look, I can close my
Thank
eyes.
you,
I
Kate.
still see you. I still see you. It's my eyes for testicles.
This is some kind of weird performance art that's happening. Kate's lighting the candle and Steve's handing her a cup of water
Oh yeah, is that
and
scented?
putting it to her mouth.
What are we
Listen,
working with?
guys.
Oh, you like that one better? Can we
Look at the mood.
No,
it's
this is
putting out.
way better.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
got
it's
it,
way
got
better.
That's a mood.
You gotta do one at a time, apparently.
All right, Elliot, go ahead, man. The floor is
Listen,
yours.
Pleasures, baby.
Kib, how old are you? 21, 22, 23.
23,
yeah.
23,
And Steve, you are
36.
36. I'm a 31, so I'm in the middle of you guys, square in the middle, mathematically, perfectly in the middle. Not a number off, not a number off.
No.
Do you guys ever feel, and Kib, I'm curious if you know what I'm talking about, but there used to be within me this like this is going to sound really depressing. Do you ever feel like you've lost the thing that's like that
Makes
you're
you
pumped
you?
about? No,
Oh.
not that. I have that. I'm all good there.
Cool.
But on a like passion level, do you ever go through seasons in life? Maybe it happens once or twice a year. Maybe it happens once every 5 years. Maybe it gets more frequent as you get older. I don't know. Where you're just like, I don't know. You know?
Where you've lost touch with what you want to do, or you physically are not able to do it anymore
I'm
for
doing
some reason.
all of it. It's very fun, but there's not that. It's not like there's just a little bit of mutedness to it, you know, where it's still.
Yeah.
It's still. I'm not talking about Valley Folk. Valley Folk is amazing, all that, but still,
Could be
even
anything.
then,
Could be anything at
yeah,
any point.
It's all included in this. It's all included in everything else. But there is a sense of like where's that like? You
I
know
think
what
you're
I'm
talking about. You're talking about depression.
It
A little
sounds
bit.
like I might be. Yeah,
could be
I've
like
had
That's
this
what
seasonal
that
discussion
sounds
before.
like to
like
me.
it's dampening the excitement.
That's what that sounds like.
That's funny because I started. I was like, this might sound depressing.
Yeah, that sounds like depression,
I
or at
think
least
there's a different version
form
of it.
of
though.
it. Yeah,
There's a different version of what you're saying. Maybe that isn't depression, whether you're dealing with that or not. From
Yeah.
time to time, I think everybody does, which is normal. But I think, like for me, like music's a huge passion of mine, and like if I'm not doing it, then I definitely am like, fuck, like I lost that. I don't
Yeah.
have that anymore. And even if I just start recording stuff, I'm like, it's just not the same as
Yeah.
it was. And with like,
And what do you do
Our
when you don't
show.
feel when you're like it's just like I'm going through this right now specifically with stand up right now. Like
Yeah.
I've lost a certain level of and it's weird because it's happening at a time when it's like it could be taking off if I was doing more. Like it could be, and it is in some ways. Like I'm doing these college shows, which is really cool, and like there's levels of success that you can get in this that are small, but they help you along or whatever.
Mhm.
But even in that, like the stand up thing, I'm like there's a certain lack of like, yeah.
I like to always try to figure out exactly why I feel like that. And like, I'm curious for you, are you not getting fulfilled every time you do it?
I
Do you-
still enjoy it. I
Are
still
you
love it. When I
bored
walk
of
off,
the material that you have? Do you not find it as
some of
funny
it might
anymore?
be that. It might be that.
Because
I
if
think
you're
right.
not
That's
finding what
Kip.
you're saying funny, then even if people are laughing, you still walk away going like, I didn't think it was that funny.
I know. Yeah,
this
man,
is
you're my
also
friend.
you know?
yeah. I think this is depression.
It might be
It
a
can
slight.
it could be depression
Yeah.
caused for sure.
I hesitate to use the term in like a clinical sense. But
Yeah.
I think it might be a case, a little
form of it,
A
Yeah.
form of the
Yeah.
blues, the downs, the
And,
feeling
and
down.
this is something I
the trots,
I also
trots, the
wouldn't
tropes.
be necessarily
the
the tribbles, the trouble
The
with
trouble
tribbles.
trops.
the trouble with tribbles.
Dude, I love Star Trek, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a,
I
anyway,
never saw it.
It's a good time.
Really?
Any of it?
Any?
None of it.
Not
I
even
was
the
always into
movies?
Star Wars. I was always into Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and like those kind of like cool things. But
no Star Trek for you.
I just
Harry Potter's so
Not
good.
even the JJ
I saw the
ones?
one movie. I saw one movie.
The
and
first
it was, I don't know. It was a newer one 10 years ago or something.
That's
7.
probably the Star Trek,
Probably JJ, right?
the
Yeah.
JJ Star Trek.
Might
yeah.
be. And it was great. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But it didn't have like a nostalgic feeling because I didn't watch it as a kid.
Mm.
So it probably didn't propel me
Yeah.
to want to fall in love with the series.
Yeah.
You know?
Very cool. All right. Anyway, yeah, cool. Good topic.
What about
Thanks,
you though,
Elliott.
Steve? I'm curious about you. Do you feel the same way? Is
Yeah,
it depression
all the time.
caused or is it
Oh, yeah,
more
yeah.
like
All the
sometimes
time.
just get down?
I second guess my daily decisions constantly, and but you know, I mean, I guess there's like a degree of confidence that's also associated with these feelings, and
Yeah, absolutely.
feeling confident in your own life and in your methods and in what you're working towards and things like that. So I don't know. I mean, but I've always felt like even though you know, I do get those feelings sometimes, I'm still like in a place I want to be. I'm still doing
in general,
comedy.
You're
I'm
able
Yeah.
to
still,
recognize that.
yeah. I'm
that's
like
important.
and I can't ignore that. Like I can't deny that I am in a place I want to be. And, you know, obviously you want to be. The grass is always greener, right? Like everybody always has that.
That's good. You're supposed to keep that feeling. You should always want to be to like get further. You should always want to be elsewhere.
Yeah. You
Happy, but
right.
not
That's how you
content, you
strive.
know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's so special.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a fun
share
times.
that.
I also wouldn't talk about it if I was. It's not a current bout.
No, I feel
so
you, but
much,
it's something
yeah.
everybody goes through. It's
Yeah.
important to know that.
I'm just gonna write you a
everybody feels like
prescription here for
Please write me a prescription.
Prozac.
Prozac and
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, about 25 milligrams. Then we'll boost you to 40 after a couple
weed
weeks.
pills, perhaps as well. Weed pills help.
Weed pills are
I've
nice.
heard.
Yeah, I've heard of
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna give you these
CBD?
weed pills.
Weed pills.
Light these
Ooh,
suckers up.
I'm
What are
getting,
they just? I just picture capsules with like weed ground up in there. Like, would that even do anything?
Yes, dude.
Maybe like
you
three-
know what happened?
What?
Listen,
like 3 hours later or something.
one time I went to the Bahamas when I with some friends, and
Like you do.
like I do,
As you do.
and I went out of the bathroom, and we'd had a little bit from Senor Frogs, and I'd had a little bit to drink, and we went
Mr. Frog.
to this area. We were doing
Mr.
hookah
Frog.
of all things. They wanted to do hookah, which it wasn't my favorite thing. And this
Yeah, it's
car was
alright.
passing, and it was like, "Do you guys want anything?" And they were selling drugs, and all my friends were like, "No," and I was like, "I do." And then I went up to the person, and I was like, "What do you have?" And they said, "We got green, white, and pills." And it was these two
Green is weed,
big
white is
dudes.
cocaine, and pills is probably
Pills
like
is
snowing in
Molly.
Cabo,
all that stuff,
baby.
yeah. And I was like, "I would like some green, please." And I took out my wallet, and he was like, "No, man." He's like, "Get in the back of the car." And so I got in the back of his vehicle, and they drove away with me.
That's where
from
human
my
trafficking
friends.
happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
Wait, they
and-
drove you away from your friends?
Yeah, they
That's
which is
fucked.
the way apparently it's done. Like, you get in the back of the car, they drive you a couple blocks down, and then you do the deed in the car. You get out of the car, you walk back to where you were.
You
I
walk
didn't-
back to. They don't even take you back.
Oh heck no, yeah, absolutely.
How
not.
far away do they
Could've
take
been a
you?
sting.
Just like 2 blocks, like not too far at all, but definitely far enough to
It's-
make you
what
go,
if you
"I'm
were
gonna
like-
die. I'm about to die
What
right
if
now."
you were
Yeah.
like, I hurt my ankle. Can you drop me off a little bit closer?
I didn't think to ask that. I was terrified, and so I got.
Could
in
you
the
drop
car.
me off at the McDonald's
My
about a block
stomach-
further from
My
here?
stomach
I'm
hurts
so
a
sorry.
lot.
I actually- would you
need
mind-
to be near a toilet, and I know there was one where I was at.
Yeah, it's so
Or
funny.
I'm shitting
I
now.
know. Yeah.
And if you're not going to take me near a toilet, can you at least drive slow?
Yep.
Because I don't want to get car sick.
Don't hit the bump.
Yeah. So I definitely got in the back of a car with hardcore drug dealers, and then they let me off about 2 blocks out, and then they tried to get more money out of me, and I was like, "Oh no, man!"
Like in what way? Like give us.
They
your
said
money?
it was like $20, and then when I got in the car, suddenly it was like $40. I was like, "Oh no, man! I just got the 20 or whatever." And then which I don't know why in that situation.
$3,000.
I guess I kind of did feel mostly safe because I was bartering with them, and that's a pretty bold situation to be bartering in when you're in the back of a drug dealer's car. But I was like, "No, I'll do the 20," and then I got it and I left. And then what happened was no one wanted to go get like anything to actually smoke the marijuana, and so we all were just like, "I guess we'll eat it."
Are you
ate
out
it.
of your mind?
Listen,
I feel like that doesn't do anything.
You
though, does
ate?
it?
we ate it like
You-
grainy leaves. We sat there and we're like, I guess this is what's happening. All that work I went through, nobody would go get a lighter
believe
or
it.
anything.
Come on, man. Grab a fucking pop can, dent it,
Dude,
poke some
you can
holes in
use-
it.
Yeah,
Not
man.
only that, you
I
can use-
agree, but I'm not going to do it. I was
Was
like,
it
somebody else
nighttime?
take the
Yeah,
torch
was
from
it
here.
bought it, man? You got kidnapped to get that.
Yeah, somebody else can grab. Anyway, it still infuriates
You
me.
can
to
get a
say.
AA battery
It-
and a paper clip.
It made us all so, and I know it's like they say you need to heat it to a certain level and you need to take it all these ways. It made us insane.
Wow.
It was like we went to dinner, no one spoke, and then we had like 7. I mean, it was like just basically your typical high story, but it was very fun. Once
That's
it hit.
crazy because I feel like I one time as a young boy, maybe 15, bought some weed, was hanging out with a friend, and we had nothing to smoke or nothing to smoke it with, and we decided for fun, let's try and eat it. And it was the first time I was discovering if it would work. And we mixed a bunch of weed into peanut butter and had a peanut butter sandwich, and it was fucking vile.
Really?
It didn't. I
'Cause
didn't
it's just
feel anything.
Really nothing.
Yeah, I didn't
It
feel
might.
anything.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a digestion thing because
Could be.
the fat cells in the peanut butter. would-
Elliot, I'm reading online that it is not possible to get high from eating raw marijuana.
That's what they say.
So is it possible that you were
Laced for
experiencing
sure. We have an
a
off-camera source.
placebo effect?
There was definitely not a placebo effect, but I do believe that there may have been laced with something else.
Laced. She's doing finger moves.
Yeah, you're
over
doing
there.
that.
She,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
means
it's-
business.
Trust me, it was not a placebo effect.
100% laced. You were kidnapped in the back of a van. There's a
Yeah.
good chance that it could have been laced because if it's got an addictive
What do you think it was
substance,
laced with, Alana?
you go back.
You know, I bet it was laced with
Cocaine.
Well, something bad.
It wouldn't have been
Cocaina.
cocaine.
Cocaine.
It would have been
Maybe
because it
some
would have been a
MDMA or
depressant.
something,
Yeah,
or-
it would have been some kind of a. But it definitely was. Now you know what I'm discovering with everyone in this room right now that it was definitely laced. Yeah, definitely. There, Alana.
Poor Elliott starts having breakdown. Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, that wasn't
Definitely.
marijuana at all. It
It's
didn't.
laced.
It didn't even taste like marijuana.
What if it was
Oh no.
It could have been dipped in.
This
like,
isn't.
waxes
This
or
is not the
something.
first
wax would
time
be
I've
there.
had this happen. I've had things that have been laced with other things, and this is now I'm just finding out that it's happened more than once.
Wow, that's scary.
Well, you're a
I
young
fucking hate
boy
that.
and you're pretty, and so anybody wants to give you a little.
Yeah, I'd lace you. I'd lace the shit out
I'd
of
lace you
dude.
right up.
Fuck yeah, dude. Lace
Thanks,
me up
dude.
and get me out on the field.
Thank you.
I've given you a cookie laced in my fart before.
Yeah, and I know about it.
Oh man, it was definitely.
And Kib knows about it.
God dang it! Why do? This is the first time a story has ever ended with like you guys telling me the end of the story. Like it's my story, but the conclusion is
Well,
not.
let me tell you how your story ended. When you got in that car, they laced
You were
they
laced with
laced you up.
drugs.
You were laced with drugs.
Dude, I'm sorry, when you went into that car, were you a shoe? Because you got laced.
You got fucking laced.
I'm leaving the podcast. Oh man.
That's wild.
How about another sponsor spot? Is that going to happen now or?
Let's do it, yeah. And that way it'll free us up to.
Why the hell not?
Thank you, Kate. Thank you for that mood lighting for.
This one's
over.
thanks you to our sponsor Antarctica. You are
Thank you
cool.
to Antarctica and Stitch Fix.
Guys, no, how about a legitimate
Oh, let's do it.
thank you to our sponsor, another sponsor, Audible.
Hello, Audible, and thank you.
Hi, Audible. Thank you. Here's the thing, guys. I've used Audible before, and I find it to be absolutely wonderful. Have you used Audible? Anybody here used Audible?
I'm using
I've never
Audible
had the
right now.
opportunity.
I'm on Audible.
Really?
I'm with Audible. Yeah, I'm. It's a book that I'm reading that I'm too embarrassed to tell you the title of.
Lord of the Rings graphic novel.
Yeah, but it's fantastic, and Audible is.
I
has
might
been
be
amazing.
depressed.
Yeah, it's called. Yeah, it's called Steve Thinks I'm Depressed.
How easy is it to lace things?
Part 2. Was I laced?
It's called Was That
Was
Weed
That
or
Weed?
Was that weed you got in the back of
Did
that
I
van
eat laced
laced?
weed
Yeah,
in Cabo? Where were you, in Cabo?
Bahamas. Yeah,
In the Bahamas.
yeah.
It's snowing in Bahama.
Well, here's the thing, guys. I've used Audible several times as well, and I listened to Steve Stollier's book, Raised Eyebrows, which I've talked about quite a lot.
Really?
But it's a book about raise those eyebrows, kid.
Really?
It's about Steve Stollier wrote about his time living with Groucho Marx in his final days. So he was like his archivist and lived at Groucho Marx's house, and it was all about like the people that came in and out of his house towards the end, and this woman that he was with who it was rumored to have like stolen a lot of his money and kind of like broke his
Fuck
heart and
that
shit
person.
before he died. But it was very terrible, very crazy book. In fact, Rob Zombie was going to make a movie out of it. I
Really?
don't know what
That's
happened
cool.
to it,
Cool.
but yeah, I listened to that amazing book using Audible, and I thought that was really, really awesome. But it's just a super easy way to like listen to a book, basically, and it's like the easiest way to read a book by listening to it, which is
It
like
is.
I
It
fucking
really
love
is.
that.
It's amazing.
so do I.
I
It's-
remember the first time I heard a book being played through
It's
speakers.
magical.
I was like 15 or 16. Though.
It's
like
like
I was
Yeah.
too old to not have already known that existed, and I was like, "This is delightful."
It's like story
On a
time.
long car
Yeah.
It's like
trip,
it's like story time whenever you want it.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
And it's story time at your fingertips, and that's something that is priceless, ladies and gentlemen.
Story time at your fingertips.
You couldn't
in
even
your
afford
earbuds.
Hey guys, what would it look like if we all just, I don't know, listened more? Listening to audiobooks motivates us, inspires us, and even brings us closer together as friends, as family. And guys, guess what? For our audience, Audible is offering a free audiobook. When you start a 30-day trial, if you want to listen to it, Audible has it. Just go to audible.com/valleycast or text Valleycast to 500-500 and browse their unmatched selection of audio content. Start your 30-day trial, download an audiobook for free, and start listening. It's that easy, guys. And there's no better place to listen than Audible, because now Audible members get even more exclusive audio fitness programs, audiobooks, Audible Originals, and more. And now with Audible Originals, you can experience even more custom content made exclusively for Audible members. And as we said, we've used the Audible. We love it. We would not be endorsing it had we not loved it. And that's what I want to say. And that's part of my personal experience. So every month as an Audible member, you get 1 credit good for any audiobook you choose, plus 2 Audible Originals from a changing selection you can't get anywhere else. Audible members also get access to audio fitness and health workouts created exclusively for Audible. Plus, your books are yours to keep. With Audible, you can go back and re-listen anytime, even if you cancel your membership. Hey, you didn't like your book? Exchange it. No questions asked. That's right. So go to audible.com/valleycast. That's AUDIBLE.com/valleycast, or text valleycast to 500-500 and get yourself some audiobooks.
I think I did that one time. I think I did one of the books where you return it. And this was a long time ago, and it was the easiest. Like they were like, "Yeah, okay, great."
Is it
was a
specific
nice
books
thing.
or any book that you happen to choose?
I think it's
That's a good question.
I'm assuming if you get anything, and then you're like for a certain amount
It's
of time,
almost like a library.
you're
Yeah.
like, no.
True. If
Yeah,
you're a quick reader,
it's so great.
There you
I
go.
do love them very much.
Yeah, that's a great service.
Good sponsors this episode.
Yeah,
guys.
thanks, Audible.
let's get some of these going.
Thank you, Audible.
All right, Kib, so you're in the hot seat now, baby boy. What do you want to talk about? What's on your mind?
Are you sad
What's going on?
No, I'm not sad. I think we're just grinding. You know what I mean? My
Yeah.
days are filled pretty much with, working every day,
Yeah.
making videos we like,
Yeah.
and going home to the wife. Everything's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wish I was doing more music, but other than that, with my life, that's pretty much it. It's a day to day, baby.
We're all kind of in the same world of like, oh man, we got to make this. We have to figure out how to
Yeah.
make whatever this is work. How are you handling it?
I think right now, knowing that our parent company, Rooster Teeth, is, believing in us for the long haul,
Yeah.
it helps me kind of push that weight off my shoulder
Yeah.
and just focus on, being the funniest I can be, coming up with good ideas, having fun and not just like worrying about it. Because I found I was a YouTuber for like 7 years doing it by myself too, and you have your ups and your downs, and when you have your downs and it's all on you, and you do have to think about that, because if it fails you cannot do it anymore. That feeling fucking it
Yeah.
sucks, but it also lights a fire under your ass.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel that?
Oh,
Is the
certainly.
fire lit, or does the fire dim and then you're just like, fuck?
I think we are like a constant fire that's like perpetually getting a little bit more and more stoked. I mean, it
Good.
boils down to the Patreon, and
You
like
could call it an eternal flame.
it's an eternal
An
flame.
eternal flame forever.
It grows. I think every month when the Patreon kind of goes down, and then you're like, oh shit, like 'cause it's only so sustainable at a certain rate, and then when that happens, you just like you see this like there's definitely stress that I feel certainly.
Yeah, because you feel like you're on a timeline. If things start to decline at any speed, then it's like the clock's ticking.
Yeah.
And how do we put more
Yeah.
time on that clock?
And the moment, like if you have it
Thank
twice
you.
in a
That
row,
was a good
you're like,
analogy.
that was
Thank you.
very good.
That's a great analogy.
Lovely
Thank you.
analogy.
Just thought of it now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's that creative. You have to like.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The creative brain gets like bogged down by that kind of real life stuff. So it's a
Yeah.
catch-22.
And we were talking about this off camera bit too.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's like so many people are tired of hearing this too, because it's like, suck it up, do your shit. You know what I mean? Nobody cares. But it feels as though there is very little, if not almost no space for the type of quality of content that we're creating, because it's just so like YouTube rewards all these channels that, and it's hard to word that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It rewards these channels like, no offense, but like Logan Paul and all these
Yeah.
other channels, and I understand the value of that, the entertainment value. But then I still go, well, there's obviously entertainment value in this, and it's being like stuffed down.
Yeah.
So like, why? Will it ever have a place, or
Yeah.
is it slim pickings?
Well, I kind of look
you
at
know?
it like, in a humble way. It's sort of like the old like Mr. Show with Bob and David is a sketch comedy show that was on years and years ago, and it Bob Odenkirk and David Cross were
Love Bob Odenkirk.
were the leads of that show with a great cast and great team of writers, and they were on HBO at like midnight on a Sunday or something.
Oh yeah.
And they were on at a time when like Sopranos was like going, and like all these huge shows and stuff. And so like you had these like, as far as comedy went, I'm not exactly sure what might have been on the air. Maybe like Home Improvement and stuff like that. Like,
But that was like barely a comedy.
but sure, but it was
It was
like
good, but
but
How dare you.
it was labeled like family comedy, like
Yeah,
hit
true.
TV comedy.
I loved it.
And so you would get those shows that were like incredibly popular, and those were the ones making the big bucks, and those were the ones
Yeah.
propelling these kid stars and Tim Allen into this massive, huge stardom. And then you had like these underground kind of alt comedy guys working their asses off doing like kind of really unconventional shit that wouldn't fit on any other network, that other types of audiences just wouldn't understand. And there they were growing this like really like tight-knit, strong group of fans and of viewers that just like were like, you are speaking to my sensibilities
Yeah.
in a way that normal TV doesn't. And I kind of look at YouTube that way. I look at it.
That's a cool way
There's
of
a
looking at it.
massive audience for people that are making the like challenge videos and all that stuff that gets like millions of views these days. And then there's like the guys that are like doing their best, making the things they want to make. They're not necessarily trying to like fool people into thinking this is what they really want to do. They're just doing what they want to do. And there is this solid fan base that's there that sticks with you. And you may not see that massive success at a show like, you know, Home Improvement or Full House would see, but you get that kind of like that respect, that mutual respect from people that you kind of like are all in the same playing field of comedy, I think, which is kind of priceless.
Hence our friendship. How it started.
Exactly. It's a mutual respect. It totally is.
Yeah,
and
truly.
going to Buffer Festival, I found a mutual respect amongst more comedy creators that I was unaware of completely. And these are people that have been on doing the YouTube thing forever, and I just don't really watch YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it was really refreshing and interesting to be lumped in with these other creators that are making things that I'm like, oh shit, I respect this. This is really strange and fun, ballsy comedy you're doing out there, and I totally respect that, and that's cool to like continue finding people like that.
That was the highlight of Buffer, I think, was being like, oh, we're not alone.
Yeah.
Like, there's people
That was in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Canada.
it
I've
was
never been to a
amazing.
Buffer Fest. and I'm
I
from
hope you guys
Canada.
get to
You
go.
gotta
You guys
go.
are perfect for it as well because
Really?
like you make creative projects on the side too that you put a little more like elbow grease in. I think you'd be great at it.
Cool.
I should connect you.
Fest.
I
You'd
will
enjoy it a
connect
lot.
you.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
very
love to.
it's creatively stimulating on like that level. And it's like you're like, oh yeah.
What's it all about? What do you?
It's like a film festival but for digital creators.
It's
Cool.
literally like
Very
the
cool.
way Corey Vidal was telling me, name drop. The way he kind of explained it to me was like the creation of Buffer Festival was basically like you work so hard on making a video with your friends, and then you like want to premiere it to your friends. You want to like show it to your friends, but you don't want to just send them like an impersonal link or something. So you want to like get them all into the same room and like turn the lights down and like, you know, get some snacks and stuff and like show it to them. And that's kind of the essence of Buffer
It's
Festival.
kind of
It's
like all the peers get together and watch. the
yeah, and
stuff
you just
that they're
watch
proud
each
of.
other's stuff.
And
yeah,
fans,
Cool.
they'll open it
That's
to the.
so
It's very
fun.
cool. Yeah, it's a
it's
nice
really cool.
I wanna be
to
there.
your point, I would say, and to your point, I think I'm right in the middle of where you guys are. I think it's the same thing because I think we are creating content for a specific type of person who's like, this is me, this is like the thing, this is like it touches them on some like visceral level, which I think is really cool. But I think as a result of what you're talking about, the algorithm or whatever, the big bad algorithm, which I think is such a boring conversation at this point.
It is,
but
yeah, that's what I mean. It's
Still,
like,
there is a reality where there's more people out there who are watching the Jake Pauls and the whatever who we would fit their sensibilities, but they don't know that, we don't know them, they don't know us, and it's sort of like we're all at the same party, but we're not able to go up to
and
the
there's a
VIP
bigger
table.
party
or
down the
whatever.
road.
Yeah.
Well, but it's not as easy as just being in this like on the same level. Like you kind of have to.
Oh, totally.
There's
No,
just,
I'm
like,
just saying
yeah.
that there's people out there who don't know the kind of stuff that we're all making that they would love, but by nature of how it is set up, that communication isn't happening. And that I think is the problem. But I agree that like, yeah, we're so weird. It's not we change to fit. It's just like there are people out there who happen to be the same type of puzzle piece.
It's interesting to see how it compares to the music world because it's kind of like pop music and then indie music. You know what I mean? Like indie music usually never gets a fraction of the success that pop music does. And they try to like adapt a little bit and make a little bit poppier music that does then get more recognition. And I wonder if there's a path for that on YouTube, but then are you compromising in what you really want to be making? And is that okay to bring in a bigger audience and then start doing other things? Like that's I think what we're trying to figure out. Like we're not unhappy at all. We're really enjoying it, and we have a
But growth
good
is
team,
a positive thing.
Yeah,
and
true.
you want to look at growth that way. I do think that there's a way to kind of like play ball in the sense that you can kind of follow trends in your own creative way. Yeah. I think there is a pathway of like, I mean, it's impossible to please literally everyone.
Oh yeah.
And in order to like gain the eyeballs of a fucking massive audience, you truly have to do something like really unique or different or something literally no one else has done or no one else is doing. And so that time might have passed a bit on YouTube for now. But I think for the time being, if you kind of just stay true to your own sensibilities, but also kind of like see what's going on in the world and make a song about a movie coming out or something. And but it's like you're doing it a way you want to do it.
It's the business side of show business that we're like.
Well, it's like this fucking Zendaya is Michi thing.
Yeah,
I don't know it. What's that about?
You've seen it. It's like
I have seen it.
Yeah, it's like this guy.
Seen it.
You've seen it. It's that guy Cole something that he's used to be a Viner. He's like, it's been retweeted a billion times, but it's this guy walking along the street and you see those posters for that big Smallfoot movie.
I don't think
the
I've
cartoon
seen it.
Smallfoot. Wow, no shit.
Yeah, and I'm on Twitter all the time.
Anyway, but it's like, so this is like a massively huge thing that like major comedians and like celebrities were retweeting it. And like Bob Odenkirk was like, this is brilliant, and like retweeting and shit like that. And so it's like, and it's literally just this guy like making fun of how the posters for this new cartoon coming out just says the most ridiculous shit on it, like Zendaya is Michi.
And nobody knows what that means.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
it's
no
just
one
the
knows the character
yeah,
of
no one
Michi.
knows who Michi is.
Oh, Zendaya is Michi.
It's not
I can't
like,
wait to see that movie.
It's not like
Fuck, that's funny.
Like Phantom of the Opera or something where it's
Right.
like Christian Bale is the
the
Phantom.
Phantom.
Yeah.
Zendaya is
Zendaya
Michi.
is Michi means nothing.
This is fun, guys. I do have to pee, so
Well, guess what?
man? Get it peeing.
We're at like the 50-minute mark. Why don't we just
Hey,
cut it
guys.
short?
50 minutes?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go pee.
Wow. Look at
Let's
that.
just kill it.
Kib, thank you for being here,
Hey,
man.
thanks for having me, guys. It's been a blast.
You're a delight.
Thanks, man.
You
You're
guys
a
are
sweet
all
boy,
Love you guys.
and we'd love to have you on again.
Maybe I'll bring a little treasure with me.
Yeah, bring a little treasure.
A little
Maybe
Celtic.
bring a sack of treats.
Oh, yeah. I'll bring you guys a gift back. We didn't even bring you guys flowers, dude. We're so inconsiderate.
Oh, we brought you flowers. That was
You got
thanks
us
to a
flowers. I promise
Yeah.
next
That was
time I
a
come,
long
I will bear gifts.
Thanks, man.
Or a gift for all.
Or
I'm
bear
excited.
bears.
Or I will bear children.
Brer Bears.
I will bear your children.
I want that.
Thank you. Well, thank you for being with us, and I want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring our program, and also want to thank our patrons for being the first people to hear this lovely audio before anybody else, and for being the people that have access to the full video version of what we recorded today. And for those of you that are not seeing that, you're missing out on some really funny bits, funny faces, and memorable moments that you cannot see anywhere else. So make sure to go to patreon.com/thevalleyfolk and check that out. And also, check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/thevalleyfolk, to see all of our newest news segments and sketches and fun bits and good funny times. And check out Sugar Pine 7, man. You want to pimp out your stuff in some way?
Hey, if you guys want to see us at all, go check out youtube.com/sugarpine7.
What do you guys got coming up? You guys got any secret special plans?
We actually do. We're doing a parody of something very popular right now.
Oh, that's great.
And it'll be a
I'm sure it
3-episode
wasn't
series.
anything that was.
No, I'm playing coy, but it'll be fun.
That's great.
You'll like it or you won't. Give it a try.
I'm
can't
sure
wait.
we'll like it. If it's you guys, we'll like it, and
Yep.
that's and I mean that without any hyperbole. Well, thank you guys all so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time on the Valleycast.
Bye, everybody.
Ba-dum, ba-boom, ba-dum.
I'm loving it.